What is up, everybody in the YouTubes? As you can see, we are back. Back again. Tuna's back. Hello, friend. Anyway, before we get into the video, I kind of want to continue doing videos with my VTuber models. You can see I kind of miss doing that, so yeah. Anyway, without further ado, let's check out the 5th anniversary website of Cookie Run Kingdom. As you can see, we have Dark Enchantress here in the middle with Shadow Milk and Golden Cheese. And Hollyberry? That kind of looks like her hair. Eternal Sugar. Prepare for the War. White Lily, Dark Cow, Pure Vanilla, Burning Spice, Silent Salt, and Mystic Flower. Cookie Run Kingdom, 5th anniversary. The war for Earthbread begins. To Dark Enchantress's cookie lair. To Dark Enchantress's lair. The Cookie Alliance marches towards Dark Enchantress Cookie stronghold. This battle for everything sweet and crispy will decide Earthbread's tomorrow. We must stop Dark Enchantress Cookie before it's too late. For our sakes and for Earthbread. Cake Warriors. These are your enemies who seek to destroy our world. Tear them to shreds with your cake fangs. I imagine it's either Crunchy Chip or Red Velvet saying this. Probably Red Velvet. Once again, the fate of the world is at stake. Enlist today and lend your strength to the Cookie Alliance. Oh yeah, there's Ginger Brave. Schedule and supplies. Check the enlistment schedule in the list of battle supplies below. January 7th through January 13th. Get 10 faithful cookie cutters, 10 magical cookie cutters, and 10 special cookie cutters. We also have Wizard Cookie over here and Choco Warehound Brute. Wait. I thought this website was off center because you can see a little bit of Hollyberry over here. Is that it for this? Oh, just needed time to load. The story in Beasties and Crispia. This is Beasties, this is Crispia. Then what is the rest of this? Actually, I think this might be from Oven Break, this area. Because I kind of remember this from the trial map. The cookie trial maps. And I would imagine that the Tower of Adventure's Pancake Tower being somewhere over here. I don't know. Wake up! Wake up, Ginger Brave! I was trying to do a impression of the sugar gnome. Ginger Brave, who's been chased by the cake hounds, opened his eyes to the voice of a sugar gnome. To his surprise, he found himself in a long-forgotten kingdom that's been waiting for a cookie to come. Yeah, everybody jokes about that Cookie Run Kingdom starts with a cake hound and a crown. I mean, kind of. after the tutorial battle with the Ancients versus Dark Enchantress during the Dark Flower War. Soon other cookies have escaped from the witch and joined Gingerbrave in the Cookie Kingdom. Gingerbrave was exploring their newfound home with Wizard Cookie, Strawberry Cookie, and Chili Pepper Cookie, when suddenly a cake hound snatched the kingdom's treasured crown and fled. Little did our friends know that their quest to retrieve the crown would mark the beginning of an adventure that would shake the entire continent. Didn't Cream Ferret find the cake hound with the crown? I think they did. During the events that took place when the My Cookie feature was introduced. A white lily. Gingerbrave and his friends set out to find the cake hound and retrieve the crown. In their travels, they found a fragrant lily flowering glade, where they met a mysterious cookie. This cookie had no other memories but her name, White Lily Cookie. Just as suddenly as she appeared, she vanished without a trace. Yeah, I suppose she has a habit of doing that. Leaving the cookies to wonder if it had all been a dream. Yeah, I kind of remember the amnesia arc with her. Why is it that both the White Lily and Pure Vanilla had amnesia arcs when the Brave Gang first met them? After that encounter, the cookies' adventure went on. They learned that many other kingdoms exist beyond their own. Yeah, there are 5 of them right there. Golden Cheese, Holly Berry, Pure Vanilla, Dark Cacao, and, well, I guess White Lily's kingdom is the Fairy Kingdom, since she is the guardian of it now. One of them, the Great Vanilla Kingdom, can be said to be the most prosperous of them all, was not far away. As the cookie friends made their way through her hero's gates, the trial path leading to the Vanilla Kingdom, they couldn't help but marvel at the magnificent statue carved in the honor of the 5 heroes of old. Cool. I kind of remember seeing this in the game, but I'm not sure. Finding the way to the Vanilla Kingdom was no easy task. It turned out that long ago, on a night when dark flowers swirled through the air, obscuring the very moon in the sky, Dark Enchantress Cookie and her army of cake monsters devoured the Vanilla Kingdom whole. Oh, right, the quote about the cake monsters, that makes more sense for Dark Enchantress to say that than Red Velvet, I think. That night, Pure Vanilla Cookie made his fateful decision to end the long battle. His spell worked, but there was a price. Dark Enchantress Cookie vanished, and so did her. But with her, so did the Vanilla Kingdom. Yeah, it's like floating in the sky somewhere. I forgot. Honestly, I forgot that pomegranate has a plot relevance. It's been so long. Perhaps that's why Gingerbrave and his friends weren't the only ones searching for the lost Vanilla Kingdom. Pomegranate Cookie stood in their way, determined to bring Dark Enchanter's Cookie back. She even placed a curse upon the sacred tree, blessed with holy power. Well, I rewatched the cutscenes a few months ago, so silly me for not remembering it. Right, the moonstone that trapped White Lily. Dark Enchantress Cookie must not be brought back. Following the trail of clues, Gingerbrave and friends arrived at the Blueberry Yogurt Academy of Magic. You know, I've heard a theory that the Blueberry Academy, either Shadow Monk used to teach there, or the academy was inspired by him. You know, before he was corrupted and sealed away by Silent Salt and Elderberry, along with the other beasts that were trapped in the tree. Where Pure Vanilla Cookie once studied, along with White Lily. What awaited them there was White Lily Cookie's haunting past and her pursuit of knowledge. Sorry for being so yawny. On how to perfect Cookie kind, she dared to cross forbidden boundaries and had transformed everyone at the academy into restless spirits. I don't really remember that. Then again, it has been a few months since I watched the cutscenes. Confronted with the past she had tried so hard to forget, White Lily Cookie begged Gingerbrave to shatter her along with the Moonstone. But it was all part of Dark Enchantress Cookie's plan to break free. White Lily Cookie always yearned to understand why cookies were born so fragile. At the witch's banquet, she was confronted with a cruel truth that cookies were born only to be devoured. To defy that fate, White Lily Cookie was reborn as Dark Enchantress Cookie. Dark Enchantress Cookie rejoiced, declaring that her past as White Lily Cookie has been finally erased. I'm not so sure about that one, Chief, since they're both around. The cookies tried to stand back against the Dark Enchantress Cookie, but they failed to stop her from tearing rifts across the sky. And she also did that during the Cookie Odyssey arc. You know, when they went to the Creme Republic and something about magic candies. Pure Vanilla Cookie is the only one who knows how to stop Dark Enchantress Cookie, and thus our cookie friends set out to seek him in the Vanilla Kingdom. Though Pure Vanilla Cookie had awakened alongside Dark Enchantress Cookie, well, it would be the first time. The second time he looks like Rapunzel. Because the long flowy blonde hair. I was talking about the awakened ancients, you know. That happened that started happening not last year, the year before, I think. Anyway, something was amiss. He was living in the ramshackle refugee village, treating cookies as a simple healer. Yeah, that, like I said, the amnesia arc. But after returning to the vanilla kingdom of Gingerbrave, Pure Vanilla Cookie made a new resolve. He would face the kingdom he failed to protect and rise once more to defeat the world, to defend the world against Dark Enchantress, who seeks to soul jam her and the beast cookies. Once again, Pure Vanilla Cookie stood against Dark Enchantress Cookie, hoping to reunite safely with his long-lost friends. He whispered to himself, May we always remain crispy and fresh. Wait. I'm just gonna double check something. Hold on. Because I noticed that when we got to the part with Holly Berry, there goes my phone. My phone just went off. That was just a text message. I'll get to it later. Yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure of something. Here we go. When Gingerbrave and friends reclaimed the Vanilla Kingdom from Dark Enchantress Cookie, another ancient kingdom faced its own crisis. The Hollyberry Kingdom had fallen under the shadow of Pitaya Dragon Cookie, who had claimed the throne amidst the raging firestorm. The dragon demanded that someone bring forth the former ruler, Hollyberry Cookie, or any cookie strong enough to match their might. A grand tournament was announced to find a cookie worthy of wielding the shield left behind by the former queen. Oh, so that's why they had the princess contest. That makes sense. Cookies from far and wide gathered, each with their own ambitions. Among them was Hollyberry Cookie herself. Drawn back by a letter from Pure Vanilla Cookie, and the festive atmosphere was short-lived. Pitaya Dragon Cookie. I'm sorry, I just saw a P and my brain just filled in the rest. Growing restless with boredom, began threatening the gathered cookies. Hollyberry Cookie resolved to take up her shield once more. Its flames burning as fiercely as ever, she would honor the unwavering faith of those who believed in her, no matter how much time had passed or how far apart they may have been. And that's a paragraph and a half right there. I wonder why. There we go. This son of a biscuit right here. Affogato. And Caramel Arrow's goated though. Along with a darker cow. Next, the road took Gingerbrave and friends to the Darker Cow Kingdom. Nestled high in the snowy mountains, their mission was to deliver a letter to Darker Cow Cookie, a friend of Pure Vanilla Cookie. To their surprise, they stumbled upon the kingdom gates firmly shut, refusing entry to all who approached. Darker Cow Cookie had devoted himself entirely to constructing a chocolate wall to prevent the monsters of the Licorice Sea from invading the continent. Yeah, I do remember that. During this time, that his own son, Dark Cacao Cookie, who had sided with Dark Enchantress Cookie, seized the opportunity to strike. The cursed strawberry jam sword delivered a devastating blow, sending Dark Cacao Cookie plummeting from the ramparts. And at that very moment, a sea monster summoned by Licorice Cookie emerged from the depths. But neither the terrors of the Licorice Sea nor the mind-clouding sorcery could shake Dark Cacao Cookie's unwavering resolution to protect his realm. Perhaps it was his father's security that finally reached Dark Choco's heart, leading him to lower his guard at the blade. Lower his cursed blade at last? Maybe. Right. This one. This update, dude. This update. I remember trying to battle. I remember trying to finish these 2 chapters for so long. After the Dark Cacao Kingdom, the brave Cookie's next destination was the mythical land of gold, the Golden Cheese Kingdom. Only with the help of the last hero, Golden Cheese Cookie, could Dark Enchantress Cookie be stopped. But the Golden Cheese Kingdom they reached after countless riddles and traps was eerily silent. It turned out that all the cookies of the Golden Cheese Kingdom had lost their dough in the Dark Flower War, and now lived in the Golden City, a virtual world. There they found cookies reveling in abundance, dancing underneath ever-glittering neon signs and dazzling skyscrapers. Golden Cheese Cookie declared she would not join the war, for she never wanted to lose her precious treasures again. It is said that nothing lasts forever. But the time came to shut down the Golden City sustained by her soul gem. Golden Cheese Cookie made a difficult decision. She would not give up a single one of her denizens. She would fight every villain of the world if that's what's needed to protect them. Now that I think about it, it makes sense she would fight somebody who is all about destruction. Beast yeast. I don't know if I'm gonna cover this or not. Just go on to the Guardians of Nature. Maybe, I don't know. Like 1 or 2 days ago, I finally got Millennial Tree Cookie in Kingdom. I got him from the pity banner, actually. No, wait. I think I got him 1 pull before the pity banner. Hey, White Lily. We got Fire Spirit, Moon Fairy, Moonlight, Sea Fairy, and Moon Archer. Yeah, I may or may not ship Moon Fairy. The Kingdom's Tale, from Crispia to Beasties and beyond. We lived the 5 years of adventures in Cookie Run Kingdom. Isn't that the same? Oh, it's a webtoon. Oh, okay. Ginger Brave! Wake up! Ordinary yet brave. A cookie sweet and crispy. And a small dessert creature scurrying away with a crown. All the wonderful adventures had started with one small step. One small step for cookies. One giant leap for cookie kind. Each powerful step merged into one unstoppable flow. Hold on. There they go across Crispia. And the four of the ancients gathered together to beasties. Well, this looks like the silver tree in the fairy kingdom. There's White Lily. A humble journey grows into a story of great bravery. That is a really pretty illustration of Elder Fairy, I gotta say. And at last takes our heroes to the final battle to vanquish evil. Dark Enchantress and the 5 beasts. A storm of white flower came from Beast East and caused the breakout of the pale ailment. Now the warriors of the Dark Cacao Kingdom reached towards the beastly continent, determined to find a cure. We've arrived! Behold, my liege, the Great Temple, the biggest and most magnificent temple on Earthbread. Cloud Hite Cookie, the guide of Beast East. Oh, it's Flower. No, it cannot be. I don't want to be sick. Help me, Your Majesty. I refuse to take part in your foolish games any longer. You are no different than the others. The ones who wanted to hunt to hurt the cocoon to satisfy their own selfish greed. Return to Flower. There must be a reason why I'm the sole survivor. Heed my words, Mystic Flower Cookie. No matter where you are, atop a cloud, on a mountain, or deep within the sea, I will find you and put an end to your villainy. Oh, you, who have finally made it to my place of sacred meditation. The world shall become a void of light by my volition. Return to nothing, as if you never existed in the first place. Cookies, heed my word. May all cookies of this world lose their flavor and scent. This is the world of perfect apathy that I've been dreaming of. If you want to turn the whole world into a void of no flavor or scent, then I shall do what I must for the sake of my descendants, who will be forced to live in such a world. And put an end to your evil, here and now. Man, that looks so cool. That is why I came to Beast East. We only wish to survive. They're just like my precious treasures. Ah!
Ruler of a fallen kingdom, the tide of change will swallow you whole. You will crumble and become dust. Like all those trinkets you treasured so. Bored. I'm bored. It will all be born, then they only grow to wither away eventually. That's what they all do. Born, grow, wither. Born, grow, wither. All this change, and yet it's never changing.
I saw an apparition. I saw a phantom of the past.
Creation, abundance. I've lost interest in all that long ago. My only destruction makes my jam boil.
Boredom? He was bored? He took away my soul jam for entertainment? That monster put my precious treasures in danger so flippantly. You will not crush my treasures.
When I'm done with you, I will wipe everything that you ever held dear off the face of the earth, as if it never existed in the first place.
No, you have no right, usurper. You will not make this power yours by force. Burning Spice Cookie, it seemed the tides of change had turned in my favor. Hear my words. You chose to let go of everything you've ever had. You do not deserve even the smallest smidgen of my treasures. Again, she looks awesome.
Well.
There we go. I'm just warming up the Shadow Milk voice. Now the spire of all knowledge stands without a master, where all knowledge began, and where all shall remain, as long as there is light. Huh? Clocks should strike on the hour, but it seems to chime whenever it pleases. How odd. These hands are ticking backwards. Hold on.
Look at you! Little cookies.
Sorry, that was just an alarm going off.
Oh, look at you! Little cookies playing heroes. Yes, he was right. Yes, he's never wrong about such things. Welcome to Master Shadow Milk Cookie's Spire of Deceit.
Spire of Deceit? No, wait, I think that's a Ginger Brave line. Spire of Deceit? You deceived us? What do we do now, Pure Vanilla Cookie? Can we really go back empty-handed?
Very well. Go ahead. Prove me wrong. Can we really?
Shadow Milk Cookie. Shadow Milk Cookie? What did you do to Pure Vanilla Cookie? Bring him back. I forget whose line this is. It seems like a Shadow Milk line.
Our noble-hearted dear friend Pure Vanilla Cookie. Where in the world could he have gone? So long.
Um,
Here, I'll start with an easy one. Here goes. What is a lie?
the antipode of truth.
Very, very well. Very well then. What is the truth?
The only thing that must be protected.
See, this is fun. Next question. How do we judge what's right? Allow me to elaborate. It's what you did during your first encounter with Dark Enchantress Cookie. Yes. Did you think about your kingdom? What about your friends? The other heroes? Each one of them must have gone through a lot. Seeing your last-ditch attack fail so miserably must have been so excruciating. Was it really the right choice? Another game. What would you do with these pesky cookies? The choice is yours. One option. I will silence them forever. Option 1. I silence them forever. Option 2. You're gonna love this one. Think hard. Which option do you like better? Look into your heart. Deeper. What does it desire? Give your soul jam to me. Really, how can anybody be so easily fooled? And besides, this is all your fault. Did you really think I wouldn't notice the way you looked at your precious friends? Yes. Now you're mine. And now our power is absolute. Nothing can stop us.
Is this truly your will? I've been seeking it for so long. I can barely remember the ideal it was in the beginning.
We're not giving up. Never. So don't you give up too. Trust me, our friends would never turn against us.
The path I've walked and will keep walking, gladly embracing all sorrows and pains. Is it the truth itself?
My other realm. I can't control it. How dare you?
Despite all the hardships, everything I've heard and felt, my faith did not die out. Amidst the fog, there had always been a light beckoning. Will I ever reach it? I don't know. But I will not stop walking towards it. Yeah, sorry to have glossed over flippin' truthless recluse over here. But yeah. All the Awakens Death Sisters cooked with all 5 of their designs, dude. They flippin' cooked. I must travel to Beast East to see what is going on. Let's see Pavlova.
Hey, you look so excited. Look so worn and exhausted. How about you forget about all pains and sorrows and rest?
I can hardly keep my eyes open. I must get out of here as soon as possible. If I stay here, the cookies of the kingdom, please try to forget your worries and troubles. Wait. Please try to forget your worries and troubles. For the first time in a long time, allow yourself a moment of rest, just for you alone. Just for me. Just for you. The happiness of cookies is so quaint, so trivial. I can make all their wishes come true with ease. However, as small as and trivial as they are, the easier for them to crumble. That's why I came up with a solution. That's why I came up with a perfect paradise where happiness flows eternally. Come now, let us live in eternal happiness. No, the gem. This happiness you talk of is just an illusion to feed your victims. And yet, somehow, they always come running back into my open arms. After realizing that there's nowhere else they can live, that they can find true happiness and joy. You only need to take one bite of the most delicious berry in the hearts of my garden of delights. A very special berry known as the berry of all pains. I recall the moments I first held my shields, not to save myself. Excuse me. Not for a chance to run away. Yes, I remember now. The reason why I chose to wield my shield remains unchanged to this moment. It was because I wanted to protect. I was nothing but a coward who ran away from my past. Yet every time I chose to run, no matter what awaited me, because I never lost my passion, because there were cookies in need of my shield. I will eat this berry and face what I once dreaded, all that I once turned away from. For that is the path my heart yearns for. Again, cooked. Perhaps the answers I seek await somewhere in the land of silence. My time is running out. I must go on. To the silent catacombs where cookies sought refuge from a great massacre. I believe this grave holds a piece of the puzzle I seek. A passage. I want to say that's a charcoal cookie because I don't really remember who said that.
White lily cookie. Your staff is glowing. The guardian's power is illuminating the past.
It could be pastry saying that, but I don't remember. Oh, these sons of biscuits. I have my answer. You gave me this answer. And yes, the Knights of Kalanemic gave their lives for you. And countless years they fought. Performed the ritual to bind the falling deserts. If we succeed, you too will. I have nothing to fear. Some truths are destined to be buried forever. I can't entrust a fate of this world to the hands of the witches. No longer the guardian's tree, but the seal tree. Such a tragedy, being betrayed by the very cookies he protected. And yet, if this is the truth, it wasn't the witches who sealed the beasts away. It was Silent Salt Cookie. We might still... Yeah, I think I messed up the panels there. I'm sorry. We might still use the same magic wielded by Olafairy and Silent Salt Cookie to seal the beast away once more. No, your place is the darkest depths of silence. And yet, you dare to seek the witch's power? If it is power that you desire so, seize it. Seize it with your own hands. In the first trial, I had to look through the eyes of my companions and find a way through the traps. The second trial was about acceptance and going beyond past mistakes. In the final trial, the master of the trial tested our strength was great. If our strength was great enough to fight the injustice. Silent Salt Cookie, I wish to know the secrets of the beast binding ritual. Such arrogance. My heart was breaking every time I thought how fragile we were, how we crumble away so easily. So sweet we are, and how beautiful our world is. The gentle warmth of sunlight, and the force of life itself that travels across the world, and comes back time and time again. How we carry on, broken, fractured, imperfect. I thought I only had what it takes to travel here. Right, that was when the two halves of the whole were like. I remember the white Enchantress Dark Lily design was really cool. I thought I only had what it takes to travel here. I thought that only I can endure the magic from the times before creation. I believe that just like I swore to wrestle cookies from the cruel principles of nature, I alone could grant them true freedom. And you still believe this? No, I was wrong. I was arrogant. I convinced myself I was different from other cookies. Freedom is not what one can grant. True freedom comes when every cookie finds the strength to confront their destiny. Should I really need to say cucked again? And if I was born of my own volition, I will guide Cookie kind to a place where freedom awaits. All deserve a chance for freedom. What's page 7? To drive back the darkness spread across Earthbread, the heroes have awakened their true power. With blessings from the gardens of nature, the Cookie Alliance has finally reached the very source of evil. The one who conquered apathy, the one who cannot be destroyed, the one who understood deceit, the one who refused to succumb to sloth, and the seeker of freedom. and the one who stands with her. Oh, that's... Everybody saw that coming, though. When the heroes step into the front lines to prove their convictions, even the most ordinary cookies gather one by one, taking small steps to change the cookie world. And perhaps this is the final chapter of an age marred by evil, the first page of a new era yet to come. Cookie run. Yeah, they did tease Timekeeper Cookie. And this is more evidence of that right here. Certificate of enlistment. Have your certificate of enlistment issued with your battle assignment and details engraved. Share your certificate of social... Yes, why not? Where do I pre-register? Alright, I think oh, okay. Hold on. And the code is... Hold on. I gotta go to my Gmail real quick. Oh, okay. Time to prepare for war. You've officially joined the war to save the cookie world. Details regarding the battle and war distribution. Oops. Yeah, never mind. Do you wish to join the battle for Earthbread? Tell us your name, warrior. I'm gonna go with Tune. Which side do you wish to join? I will not falter! Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cookie Alliance. What will you do when the Legion of Darkness attacks the Cookie Alliance? I think that one. What is your first move in this war? Where is type striking? I'm between these two. Yeah, I think, why do you wish to join the Cookie Alliance? Wish to defend to protect my friends, to defend my kingdom, or to follow my beliefs? Friends. What can you do to help the Cookie Alliance with? Warmth and healing. Cool. Yeah, I usually try to go for like the pacifist healer options if possible. My Kingdom Chronicles. What was your Kingdom story like in 2025? Check out the records of the past year. Sure. I think I'm gonna do that off camera. The Cooking Run Kingdom on the Lion Gallery. All of it. Cool. To the digital gallery. Crazy how we went from this to Beast. And that's the current one with millet. I almost said elder tree. The millennial tree. Cool. "5 years in the Cookie Kingdom Fan Art Festival. 5 years fan art. Submit year. You okay? Hmm. Yeah, the YouTube channel. Okay. I really want that Shadow Mode costume. You know he's one of my favorite cookies, so is it going to the YouTube channel? Yep, that's the YouTube channel. The 9th is the special live stream. Look back at Dark Enchantress War teaser on the 10th. The 12th is At the Edge of Light and Darkness teaser. The 14th is the 5th anniversary update. The 21st is Cooking Run 5th anniversary. Message from the voice actors. 23rd is a collaboration project. Okay. Special merch. Celebrate Cookie Run's 5th anniversary with the Beast Cookie merch. Beast Cookie collectible figures. Hey, does it come with all 5 of them right off the bat? The Beast Lore art book will be available on January 21st. The other merch will be at the initial presentation at Fan Festival. Okay. Medium action figures. I just gotta say, they look so shiny, so strong. Especially Silent Salt over here. Look how shiny he is. Bicycle collab cards. Yeah. Wait. Sage of Truth card right here. And there's the Beast Lore art book. The anniversary OST album. Pure vanilla plushie. He looks so huggable. I thought they already made a Eternal Sugar plushie. Keychain, plushie key rings. they look so cute. They kind of look like the My Cookie designs, especially Silent Salt. Trying to click on the store, but taking forever in a day to load. Daihan Brasil. Yeah, that's poison mushroom sleeping on. Have a shimmy. Softopia blind boxes. Yeah, they are pretty cute. I was looking for the new stuff. Oh, that is a cool shirt. Oh, they did make a pure vanilla plush. That's still sold out? Oh, it's pre-order, so. I'm not surprised that stuff from Tower of Adventures is still in stock. It's not as popular as Kingdom. Is that everything? All right. We did the comic. Here we go. Long, long ago, the witches who created the world baked 5 cookies, the most radiant and noble of all: knowledge, will, happiness, history, and solidarity. Yeah. Isn't will supposed to be volition and history supposed to be change? The 5 were blessed with a divine virtue each. Soon, new civilization began to flourish across the entire Earthbread. However, the 5 did not always use their strengths for good. Unable to bear the weight of the 5 virtues, their ways became more and more misguided. In the end, the cookie world was consumed by the endless darkness and despair. Today, we call those fallen 5 the beasts. White Lily Cookie ventured to the witch's banquet to seek the truth behind the creation of cookies, only to turn away from the light and walk the path of Dark Enchantress Cookie instead. Her soulless, hollow dough fell into deep slumber. Meanwhile, the bark of the mighty silver tree of the fairy kingdom, where the beast had long since been imprisoned, began to fracture. Elder Fairy Cookie's magic awakened White Lily Cookie, hoping could strengthen the seal. But it was too late. The cracks had grown far too wide. Shadow Mole Cookie's power of deceit engulfed the entire fairy kingdom. To strike one final blow. Elder Fairy Cookie called upon the strength of the Guardian. Yet this effort drained the last of his life force. With his final breath, he passed his remaining power to White Lily Cookie. She accepted the burden to protect the fairy kingdom, and through her newfound strength as a guardian, the kingdom was restored. It happened to one day, white flour descended upon the Dark Cacao Kingdom. Cookies, touched by this strange phenomenon, started having troubling visions. To save his kingdom, Dark Cacao Cookie journeyed to Beast East. The stern monarch climbed an endless staircase and at last came face to face with the master of white apathy. Despite the insistent whispers of meaninglessness, even with his mind clouded by the master of apathy, Dark Cacao Cookie's resolution never faltered.
He did not falter.
I'm sorry. The sight of him reuniting his fractured power to cast off the fog of apathy was nothing short of radiant. Upon his glorious return, every cookie in the kingdom bowed low in reverence before their unwavering king. Again, the 5 awakened ancients look so cool. Golden Cheese Cookie, the radiant queen, is kidnapped by the mysterious army of wild spices. In the eye of the spicy storm, the hero soars with golden pride. That is, until the fateful confrontation with the ancient beast of stress. Burning Spice Cookie breaks her wings and takes away her soul jam. The soul jam is gone, but the golden glint of greed is not easily dimmed. Despite her crumbling dough, Golden Cheese Cookie faces the terrible beast once more and emerges victorious. With the strength of her soul jam returned, the radiant cookie buries her enemies under a pile of rocks. Yet, Burning Spice Cookie only sorry. Promising that their next encounter would come soon enough. It seems like it will, maybe in a few days? I don't know. Seeking clues about the beast binding ritual, Pure Vanilla and Cookie and friends reach the Spire of All Knowledge. But the spire is not what it seemed. In his lair, the sinister master of deceit puts the cookies against the twisted kaleidoscope of lies. In the end, Pure Vanilla falters in the face of the ugly truth revealed by Shadow Mole Cookie, and is reborn as their truthless recluse. Pure Vanilla Cookie became the truthless recluse. Shadow Mole Cookie's plan unfolds. Chaos and insidious rumors spread throughout the cookie world, but just when the Master of Deceit was ready to celebrate his victory, a single ray of light pierced the blue haze of deceit to illuminate the darkness looming over the world. Pure Vanilla Cookie's boundless determination to step forward towards the truth despite the doubt and lies. Troubling news comes from all corners of Earthbread. Determined to face her adversary, Hollyberry Cookie gathers her trusted friend and ventures into Beast East. But instead of fearsome monsters and fabled perils, they stumble upon the mystical Garden of Delights and the coming sounds of the Master's lyre. Little did Hollyberry know that this saccharine haven was crafted by the Beast of Sloth herself. Oh, it's her sugar cookie. The gentle Tunnel Sugar Cookie reveals her true nature and confines Hollyberry Cookie in the heart of the garden. Her friends risk everything to rescue the ancient hero, but the most difficult battle is the one that rages inside of her. In the end, she recalls the purpose of her shield and protects the Hollyberry Kingdom. After parting ways with her friends at the Spire of All Knowledge, White Lily Cookie's quest for answers takes her to the Land of Silence. But all that remains in that forsaken place were the vengeful spirits of those who had fallen to Silent Salt Cookie. Despite countless dangers, White Lily Cookie kept pressing onwards, searching for traces of the past as she descends into the catacombs. And there, at the very moment she uncovered the truth behind the sealing of the beasts, Silent Salt Cookie reveals himself. Sorry. His fury was absolute and utterly silent. Only silence remained. Confronted by Silent Salt Cookie's rage, White Lily Cookie descends even deeper into the darkness of the catacombs. Once she opened her eyes, she found herself in the trial grounds where Knight's worth was once tested. There, White Lily Cookie rediscovered the true meaning of solidarity, with a renewed resolve, she stood before Silent Salt Cookie once more, ready to face the gaze of judgment cast upon those who dare speak of freedom. Though Silent Salt Cookie's trials were merciless, White Lily Cookie refused to yield, unfurling the banner of freedom against all odds. And the guardians of nature. I don't think I'm gonna read this part. I don't know. Because it feels like my throat is going. Anyway, I think that's gonna be about it for this video about the 5th anniversary of Cookie Run Kingdom, and I'll see y'all in the next video about, I don't know what it's gonna be about, so alright, thanks for watching and bye.